All right, good evening. Is this thing on? Looks like it. Anybody out there yet? Yo, if you guys are there, show me some love. Give me a like or a love, whatever that is. Just hanging out tonight. It's 7 o'clock Tuesday. There's George. How are you, George? Good to see you, buddy. Looks like it's me and you, man. Unless, hey, Luann. How are you, dear? It's good to see you guys virtually. I can't really see you. That'd be cool if we could. Wonder how we could get this Zoom. You guys done Zoom? That's pretty cool, actually. I have a Zoom account. Maybe that's something we want to look at doing maybe in the future. But anyway, it's Tuesday. Welcome. Good to see everybody out and about. It's nice to be in and about. But this is week number 4. And I've had a lot of fun doing this. And may or may not continue with it. We'll see. If you guys want, maybe we'll continue doing this a little more. But, you know, it's up to you guys. I know it's tough to get everybody together at the same time every week. But for now, it's working. So it's Tuesday. T-Bone Tuesday, or Getting Tuned Up Tuesday, whatever you want to call it. So let's get started. Let's get tuned up. What do you say? Who else is out there? Kenny and my buddy Ben. Art. What's up, Art? You still outside, man? Letting the kids roam around? Ben, I'm going to have a cheers for you in a second, okay? So let's all pour a drink. Do you guys have beverages? I drink the same thing every week, man. Jack and ginger in a mason jar. There it is, man. Nothing like it. I think the mason jar makes it taste better. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. At any rate, let's pour a drink. What do you say? So, oh wait a second. I grabbed the wrong jug. You don't want to do that, okay? That's a big no-no. So don't do that. This, however, is the right jug. So let's have a little bit of this. I always pour them trucker style. And I got a little more to go on that. Trucker style. What is trucker style? So I'm going to explain that. So, years ago, going back, way back to my Ohio State days, my dear fraternity brother, Bob Codger. Codge, cheers, man. We'll drink one here in a minute. We used to always, just do things to the extreme. And even on road trips, we would say we're doing it trucker style. Strong coffee. That's what it started out from. So from that, everything became trucker style. And so I like to mix mine up trucker style. So cheers, man. Here's to you. God damn, that's trucker style, all right. Anyway, happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm glad you're out there. I'm going to give some shout outs. Codge, I hope you and Mayor and the kids are watching. All my old Sigma Chi buddies. Balmer, funniest guy in the world, John Balmer. I'll have to tell some Balmer stories later. But Manning, Besecker, Schmitty, I hope you guys are out there. Anybody checking in? Hey, Monica. I know Big Mikey's watching. So, let's see, who else? Ben, I mentioned you. Cheers, man, all the way in Switzerland. Ben has got to be the furthest distance, I'd have to say. If anybody can say that they're further away than Switzerland, let's hear from you, okay? But Ben, I think you've got the mileage thing down. And Nisa, I saw that you're out there down in Texas, out on the boat. I'm jealous. But I know you got friends out on the boat with you, family, so everybody out there, raise your glasses up. Everybody that's on tonight, cheers, man. Here we are again. Let's do it. What do you say? That is good stuff. So, much like what we've done the past 3 weeks, there'll be some picking and storytelling. I still got some stories to tell on people. They're all true, believe it or not. So, with that, I'm just going to warm up here a little bit. Who else is coming in there? Hey, Jeff. How you doing, bud? All right. Cheers to you too, man. So, Kenny Belmont, I know you'll know this one. We used to open with this a lot. This is a tip of the hat to Skunk Baxter, okay? get you going. Hope you guys are out there shaking your feet or wiggling your tail feathers, whatever you're doing. It's nice to have everybody here together again. Lots of stuff to talk about tonight. We got friends all over, and man, this has been so cool for me to see like people from all over the country and people that I haven't seen in a long time. So it's you know, virtually hanging out, right? I mean, we're not physically together, but you know, out there in cyberspace, so it's pretty cool. So if you guys don't have a drink, grab one, okay? Mine's a little weak, not really. Who else? Hey, Matt, what's up, man? Pete, Paula, all right, and Jerry, all right, my buddy Jerry Black. Hey, Jerry, you know what? I saw what you wrote last week, and I'm trying to speak a little louder because I know last week it's been a little quiet in the past, and it's just like conversation back and forth, and I lose track of that. So I'm going to try and enunciate a little better and get things out to you guys. Okay, so hopefully that'll be the case. Let's see, who else we going to shout out to? Matt, how's the railroad? Tell Nick I said hi. Matt and I worked on the railroad together. He's a good dude. Matt, wish you all the best, man. Miss you. Looks like you guys are raising a nice family, so that's pretty cool. Lindsay, gosh, you've made every one of these, haven't you? Oh my God, Debbie. Let's talk about Debbie Foster, her and her husband Wayne in Pittsburgh. Man, you want to talk about some fun people. I met Wayne and Deb, I couldn't even tell you how long ago. Years. I feel like I've known them my whole life. They live across the street from my dear friend Big Chris Davies. And Chris, I know that you're not out there, but hopefully you'll get to see this. Maybe Wayne and Deb will show you this, all right? But cheers to all my Pittsburgh buds, man. Jeff Bell, I hope you're out there. Shelly and Mark and Michelle, cheers to you guys. That's a recurring theme on these Tuesdays is having a cocktail. Let's see. Hey, Carrie, what's up? Jim, long time no see. Annie, what up? All right. So, it's going to be a good night. Who knows where it's going to go, man. I don't script any of this. I don't write things down. It's, as you guys have probably figured out, I ramble a lot, and it comes as it hits me. But, you know, it's been locked up, and you got to let it out. So, one of the things I've been playing with, watch it, is this is a cool little groove, and you may or may not recognize it. That's not, oh, wow. See, that's what whiskey does. Maybe I need to put a little something extra. Nah, we'll leave leave that out, okay? We'll have none of that. So, who else we got? Hey, Jerry. Old buddy Jerry Walker. That's cool. Man, Mick Wiggin. Powder. My man. Okay, so, real quick, I missed a birthday yesterday. And Jimmy Eric, I don't know if you and Bernie are out there watching down in Florida, Palm Coast, Florida. Jimmy was my neighbor in Daytona Beach, and bastard moved on me. But you're still our fam, man. So happy birthday, Bernie. I'm sorry I missed it yesterday, but we're thinking about you, okay? So cheers, hon. And I know there's a couple other birthdays out there too. My old buddy Troy Morgan, Sir Troy, a boy. A couple good stories about that dude. Perhaps we better leave those buried in the vault for now. But Troy boy, Kim, my dear friend Kimmy Vaughn. Cheers to you, dear. And last but not least is my mother-in-law. Tomorrow is Jackie's birthday, and so happy birthday to you, Jackie. And I'm gonna try this without butchering it, okay? So bear with me because I usually don't do this, but anyway. Happy birthday, everybody. I hope you enjoy it. Love you guys. Love you all. You know, that's one cool thing about Facebook is the birthday shout-outs. I'm amazed every year that everybody takes the time to wish me a happy birthday. And in return, I always try and wish everybody a happy birthday. I always try and check in. Very rarely do I miss it, but I always try and wish my friends a happy birthday. And everybody that's tuned in here is my friend and family. We got 41 people. That's pretty cool. Hey, Judd. Joey. Hey, Joey, I caught your thing earlier, man. I had to run, but the Marshall Tucker stuff was very cool. I like the way you looped that. I'm going to have to look into something along those lines, so you might have to school me on that. Joey Fulkerson is a badass guitar player. Lives over in the state of Delaware. I was scheduled to do a gig at the end of May with Joey. We talked about it last week. It was at the Smyrna Opera House, and it was a reunion show with Bad Juju. And unfortunately, with all the garbage that's going on, I don't want to say it's canceled, but we're in the process of booking, rebooking, and rescheduling. So at some point, that gig will happen, and I'm looking forward to it because there's going to be some monster players on stage. Joey Fulkerson, Kenny Belmont, Spike Bryant, Lynn Doughton, killer guitar player, George Dreisbach. Kenny tells me he's got some horns hired. I'm looking forward to meeting those guys, so that'll be way cool. So cheers to you guys. I hope we can get that scheduled sooner than later. I was really looking forward to that. Who else? Hey, Shayna. What's up, chick? My old friend Shayna. Gosh, I remember when you were like this tall, and we were doing gigs with Blues Hammer, and Paul would throw you out of your bedroom and give you the couch and let me take that. And I always appreciated that, so thanks, chick. Much appreciated. So, let's talk. What do you guys want to talk about? Anything in particular? You just want me to shut the hell up and play? I'll tell some stories later on Willie Pooch. I know I've touched on Pooch, and that's just a whole chapter. Willie was my bud, man. What a great dude. One time, you know, I mentioned, I think it was the first one of these that I did, where I was talking about doing a gig up in Bowling Green. I was telling funny stories on Pooch, and Adam Bradley, if you're out there, I can't see. You know, this print is really small. It's hard to see. All right. Anyway, so we're up in Bowling Green, and we were doing this gig at a fraternity party. It was it's like in a gymnasium, and Pooch, you know, had, you know, Willie Pooch, the ultimate blues man in Columbus, and he always wore these elaborate suits, wild colors, and we just finished the set, and everybody was hot and sweaty, and so I was going to go to the restroom. I walk in the restroom, and in the stall, I see this pair of saddle shoes and a pair of purple pants down there, so obviously we know who that is, right? And without getting too graphic, but Pooch was back there talking to himself and singing, and you know, I said, "Hey Willie, is that you?" And there was no toilet paper in the stall, and Pooch was like, "Hey T-Bone, go get me some toilet paper, man. Ain't nothing back here." So you can imagine, I'm dying laughing at this point. And so as I'm walking out, I said, "Hey Pooch, guess what?" And he's like, "What, man?" And I hit the lights, and it was pitch black in there. I said, "You're in the dark," and I just left. And I could hear him cussing at me back there. "T-Bone, get back in here, man. You got to turn the lights on, man." I let him sit in there for a couple minutes, and finally I couldn't take it anymore. I was laughing too hard. We went back in, turned the lights on, and threw him a roll over the stall. And but you know, Willie, he was such a character. There's so many stories like that, and so many folks here in Columbus were lucky enough to play with Willie, and I just consider my time with him precious. You know, he was such a good dude. You know, Willie told a lot of stories, and he always talked about back in the day, you know, playing with Albert. You know, he played with Albert King, and you know, some of Willie's stories were pretty wild. You know, and we're all thinking, yeah, right. He's full of shit, right? Well, no, they're all true. when we did the Live at Dick's Den CD, I went over to Willie's house one night, and we were getting some pictures out. Like, we all were putting old pictures in from when we were younger to put on the inside sleeve, and Pooch had this big pile of old black and whites, and there he was on stage with Albert King. Willie was playing his bass. He had one of the old curly chords, and I just thought, man, it gives me goosebumps to think about it, because Willie was that link, man, to that generation. He was part of it, and to be associated with someone like that is pretty special, and they don't make guys like Willie Pooch anymore. I promise you, they're few and far between. Linus Gatsby was pretty close. Linus was the real deal. Both those guys have passed on, and so cheers to Linus and Willie. Willie was a fisherman. He loved to fish, and him and my dad always talked about going fishing together, and they never got the opportunity, but Willie would come up to the house for like my sister's graduation party. Amy, man, how cool is that? You got like a killer blues band at your graduation parties. And Pooch, we all love Pooch. Willie and my sister, like that. Willie and my mom and dad. It was just a great relationship. But Willie was awesome, and I certainly do miss him. Who else we got? Yo, Hammerhead, Sal, Julie Jones, long time. Oh, Monica's telling me to play something. You play something. I'm busy talking. I'm gonna loosen up just a little bit. All right. Other than loosening up. Let's see, I'll knock something out, he'll say. That was, man. How's that for you? Donnie, what do you got there, man? That's right. Before him there was none, and now that he's gone, there'll be no more. Willie's words. Oh, man. So Willie was, he was one of a kind, let me tell you. Let's see what else we can do here. This is an old groove I played around with. Make sure we're tuned up here. The guitar, that is, I'm getting tuned up. Okay. This is just a little thing. It's out of A. I should have called the keys out earlier. For anybody that's playing harmonica or guitar that wants to play along with this will be an A. Hey, Terry. Who else? Justin. Jojo, what's up? It's good to have you guys along, man. You know what? I'm humbled. This is really cool to have so many people here. How many we got on board right now? 35, so that's cool. It's nice that we can meet together like this. It gives me something to look forward to. I hope it gives you something to look forward to. All we're doing is having a drink and telling stories and playing music. But it's that's what we have to do right now, man. It's a different time, and so we're all getting used to it. And like I said earlier, I may or may not continue this. If it's something that you want to do, I'd be more than happy to keep it going. If not, maybe we'll take a break and revisit it down the road. But I'm always up for suggestions. I was going to do it tonight out in the hangar. It's such a nice night here. I was going to run out to the hangar at the airport, open the hangar up, and maybe we'll do that in the future. Have some people over, maintaining social distancing, of course, but maybe have like 10 or 15 people if somebody wants to sit out and hang out. Of course, we'd have to make sure that we're all far away from each other and all that good stuff. But something to think about. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. It'd be kind of cool, I thought. But anyway, like I said, this is out of the key of A. It's just a nice little groove. This is the part I love about this, is this turnaround. Right here. That's a cool lick, man. I dig that. Especially if you play it back here. I don't know if you can see, I was picking it up here, but I'm going to pull it back here a little bit, and it sounds a little more bitey. I can't even do it now. I love that. And then, another thing you can do with that, who else here? Hey, Lisa. T-Bone. You want ZZ Top. Oh, man. Let's go back to that lick for a second. It's a nice turnaround. Stevie Ray used part of that a lot when he would shuffle. Okay, and it's... you guys can't see that. I'll show you. Right? So what this is a little more... Actually, it's in the key of A, so it'll be... Right? But you add in the bottom end of that. I love that. That's just cool, man. I don't care who you are. That is just cool. That's a Texas thing, so to all my buds down in Texas. Nisa, are you guys still tuned in? You still out on the boat? Cheers. I want to hear a big yeehaw all the way up here, all right? My other buddy Tim Mercer from Texas. I understand Tim opened his office today, or just moving into his office. Good luck, man. I want to come down and check it out. I'll be down soon, okay? And then my other buddy down in Texas, Christian Brooks. Cheers, man. I'm looking forward to your new album coming out, and we'll promote the hell out of that for you on this end, okay? So, cheers to Texas. You guys remember Hank Williams? T for Texas, T for Tennessee, T for old Thelma. That hoe done made a fool out of me. Where we at here? Gotta stay tuned, right? How you guys doing on your drinks? Julie, Leslie, you guys doing okay? All my old US Air buds out there, who's there? Richard Childs, my man. That's a good guitar player right there. How you doing, buddy? Vinny Sarasso. Hey, yo, Vin, how you doing, brother? How's Joey? I miss you guys. I want to tell you a story about my friends, Vinny and Joey Sarasso, South Philly boys. I was working in a Philly tower, and it was over the holidays, and you know, I'm from Ohio. All my family's here, and Joey said to me one night, yeah. He said, "Hey man, what are you doing tonight? What are you doing for the holidays?" I said, "I'm just going home, man." You know, he's like, "Nah." He's like, "You're coming home with me." And I said, "Nah, Joe, it's cool." He's like, "No, you're coming with me, Tommy." And I'm like, "Okay." Guy named Joey Sarasso from South Philly. Are you going to argue with him? I sure as hell didn't. But Joey took me to his mom and dad's home, and they opened their doors to me and welcomed me just like family. And I'll never forget that. So here is to Vinny and Joey and all the Sarassos in South Philly. Cheers. And wait, I got to back that up for a second, because Vin, I know you don't drink anymore, right? You're helping people with recovery. So I'm going to change that up a little bit, man, in your honor and for all the good things that you're doing to help people out. So cheers, man. Good dudes. So where are we at? Who else is checking in here? Hey, Nisa, boat and beer. All right, cool. Wilkie, hey, in Hope, brother. One of my Sigma Chi buds. And, you know, one of the reasons that I drink out of a mason jar is because I am a mason. And I've got several brother masons that I know are out there tonight. And they're all good men. And that's all I'll say about that. If you want to know about it, ask. We'll tell you. But Ryan, Brother Kenny, who else is out there? Love you guys. So, how we doing on time? You guys hanging in there? So, I guess I'll try something else, man. A little different than what I've been doing. Hey, Stan, what's up, man? You can't hear me? Clean your ears out, you big-headed goof. like to get funky every now and then, and that you know, 3 or 4 days without a shower, I'm funky. Not that kind of funky, all right. But like Delbert McClinton funky, all right. So like, can you hear that? That's pretty cool, isn't it? So we'll throw some accents in with that, okay? That's the basic. Now we get a little accent, a little chicken picking up. That's pretty cool. That's a good groove, right? And then, you know, if you had another guitar in there, you could do something along these lines, like. And play it right, huh? Is that right? No, that's here it is. There it is. Anybody out there shaking? Get up and dance, man. It's Tuesday night. You know, what else you gonna be doing? Watching Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune? Come on, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in with me, all the silliness that goes along with it. It's been a lot of fun. Like I said, I got folks from all over. Nisa and the crew down in Texas tonight. Got people down in Florida, looks like, and Ben still over in Switzerland. That's pretty cool. Ben was my next door neighbor growing up, and used to pick on Ben relentlessly. And you know, you always do that to the ones you love the most, right? Ben's my dear friend, and I miss you, man. We got a lot in common. We both play guitar. We're both into aviation. We love airplanes, and he's a brother Mason, and I just love his family. So Ben and Betsy, Big Ben and Sally, I know you guys are down in Kentucky tuned in, so cheers to you guys. I think it's time to tune up a little more. You guys want to get tuned up? It's hot in here tonight. I'm sweating. But anyway, let's have some more. Shit, I grabbed the wrong jug again. Now make sure that you guys do not drink that garbage. All right, that's no joke. Do not do that, people. So here, just to make sure we're getting jet fuel here. All right, Jet A. I peeled the throttles back on that one a little bit. But anyway, who else is out getting tuned up? What are you guys drinking? What do you got? Richard, what are you drinking? Summertime Blues. Ah, I got this, absolutely. Test Kitchen Stories from Wilmington. Yeah, I got a few of those. Back in my training center days with Amtrak. Chris is a bass player, a damn good bass player. So, I'll talk about tone just for a minute. I like a clean tone. I like the guitar going through the amp. I used to play with a wah-wah pedal, and you know, Hendrix did that, Stevie did that. I'll occasionally do it, but anymore, I don't even mess with the wah-wah pedal. It's a guitar and a cable going into the box, and I do have a tube screamer in line here, and all that does is give me a little punch, so you can hear the crunchiness of that. It just kind of gives it some bite. So when I'm playing like a lead or a solo, you know, I'll use that. And I'll switch pickups. So it's, So I would switch that off. You know, and for the blues, I wish I had some dark lights in here. I don't know if shutting the lights off will help anything, but you know, it just kind of gets that atmosphere going. I'll just leave the lights on for now, but you know, there's nothing like a slow, greasy blues. And this is the time you want to drink whiskey. So. Hard to play rhythm and switch back to lead, as you can see. Butchered that. It's hot in here tonight. Gotta turn the air on here. This weather's been crazy, man. It goes from like 39 at night to 75 in the day. You know, the heater's going 1 minute, the air conditioner's going the next. It's bull. I'll leave it at that. See that fuel in that? How you guys doing? Who's still out there? Adam Kramer. Thanks, man. All right. Monica. Hey, how's Jimmy and Linda? Big Mikey, I know you're there eating a Snickers bar. John, what's up, buddy? Miss you, man. You know, I got to talk. Speaking of my folks down in Huntington, and they're in the Altizer section of Huntington. When I lived down there, Big Mikey and I became best buds, and I love Big Mike. He's my dear friend. But I got to mention some folks down in West Virginia. Number one, Tommy Cannon, who is a monster guitar player, was supposed to play ahead of me tonight. And due to unforeseen circumstances, he couldn't swing it. But hopefully next week, Tommy will do that. He did it last week, and I didn't realize it until afterwards. And I thought it was the coolest thing because he did like a little thing before me and then threw everybody over here to me. And I thought, wow, that was pretty cool. Who else? Okay, so another person I want to mention down there, Dylan Tucker. Okay, he is the son of one of my dear buddies, David Tucker. Another brother, Mason, and rides Harley Davidson, so he's okay in my book. Dylan just returned from a tour overseas, and he just got home today, so he's with his wife, Michaela, down in Tampa, in that area, right? In that area. So, Dylan, thank you for your service, man. Mac, thanks for your sacrifice, allowing your husband to serve our country, and cheers to you guys. So, on a serious note for just a second, I want to keep it kind of light, but, cheers to all the healthcare workers, the doctors and the nurses, EMTs, firemen, police officers, but also the office folks too, the folks behind the scenes that are still going into work every day in the healthcare centers. You guys are doing amazing work. And I just saw the story about the doctor in New York yesterday that committed suicide. And it broke my heart, man. She's 49 years old and a doctor. And I can't imagine the horror that she's going through. And so to my healthcare friends, if there's anything that I can do for you, please reach out. If you need somebody to talk to or whatever I can do, or anybody in this group, I think you guys are all friends of mine, and even though you may not know somebody else, I would hope that you could reach out or you would offer some assistance. I'm offering my assistance, whatever I can do for you guys, whatever it is. You need me to cut your grass. You just need to have a drink like we're doing tonight. But I really respect what you guys are doing. And for all my friends out there that are maintaining social distancing and wearing your masks, those masks are a pain in the ass, but they're saving lives, okay? And, like one of the things that we're worried about, I shouldn't say worried about, but it's an area of concern, is when we open back up the flight school, social distancing in a small airplane is going to be difficult. So we have to have barricades, and we have to have masks, and that's going to be difficult with a headset in the airplane. So, but it's the world we live in. So, guys, I know it's a pain. It's not what we're used to, but adapt and adjust and be strong. And that is one damn good drink. So, let's get that off. One time, I've been thinking of Blues Hammer stories, and that was the band in Michigan and all the cool people up in Michigan. We were doing a gig New Year's Eve one time, and Donnie, you'll have to help me on this one. Paul, Matt, Larry. There was this guy's business, and he had a party for all of his employees, and there were some Amish folks there. He built like log cabins, and he had these Amish guys that worked for him. But we're there, and there's like, I don't know, a dozen Amish people, and the one guy, they're all like talking on their cell phones, which I thought was odd for Amish dudes to be talking on their cell phone. But they wanted to do a song. They wanted to do, Donnie, what is it, the second week of deer camp or something silly like that, and it goes to the tune of like the 12 Days of Christmas. The Yoopers, I think. You guys have to look that up on YouTube. I think it's the Yoopers, but it was the craziest thing. These Amish guys got up on stage, and I don't know. I'm trying to tune it out, but that's the kind of crazy stuff that happened on the road. I look back and I think, man, nobody would believe this stuff. The pooch stories and the stories from the Circuit Breakers, Destination Blues, and Bad Juju, and just all kinds of stories, man. And wouldn't trade it for a bit. I've lived 3 or 4 lifetimes, and I can't believe I'm still sitting here. I just thank God every day that I'm still alive, and it's pretty cool. So, who else is on, man? I'm gonna wrap things up here pretty soon. I've been going 40 minutes. That's right, Donnie. Am I close on that story? The second week of deer camp. You guys, that's a sing along. Let me tell you. Bite that up a little bit. Put a little edge on it. Can you guys hear that all right? close things up here, guys. I tell you what, it's been a fun night. I'm gonna do something funny, okay? To me, it's funny. To my buddy, Chris Charles. First of all, this is funny. I'm gonna show you. This is a picture of me from high school. Okay, that was in the kitchen of our house at 6960 Sunbay Road. That was my first guitar, which was a Global Les Paul copy, right-handed. And Ben, I still have it. My dog's scratching at the door, so we'll let him here in a minute. Chris, just a little snippet of this just to be funny, all right? How's it go? Anyway, that's an old joke. Anyway, that's too funny. Can't hear that, I know. One thing I forgot about too, you know, this is funny because I play left-handed, but because of the reverse image of the iPad that I'm using, when you go back and look at the video, or when you guys are looking at it now, I think it appears that I'm playing right-handed. I'm not. I'm a lefty. So, like when you watch other guitar players out on YouTube or out on Facebook playing, it appears that they're left-handed and they're not. So, this is kind of weird for me. But anyway. That's it, guys. I'm going to finish up with a little gospel thing. God bless you guys, man. You're all my friends. And, you know, if you guys are willing to do this some more, I'll definitely do it. I like that little gospel thing. You know, I'd like to do more of that. And, you know, it's been difficult for church. You know, it's been tough for us to go to church because of the social distancing. And our church that we attend, I was baptized there, I was married there, is New Albany Presbyterian Church. And it's a very cool group of people and their family to me. And if anybody is looking for some worship or just some cool people to hang out with, I invite you. New Albany Presbyterian Church does a thing online on Sundays at 10 o'clock, and it's NAPC. Actually, I believe it's newalbanypresbyterian.org. But if you want the information, let me know. It's pretty cool. I look forward to it every week, just like I look forward to doing this. So, Anyway, it's been a great Tuesday, guys. I'm on the fence whether to do this every Tuesday or not. Let me know what you think. I'm more than willing to do it. May expand a little bit and go do it at the airport in the hangar. Perhaps next week. We may wait a week, but anyway, let me know. Hey, Adam, what's up, man? I was telling stories on you earlier. Louis Polvino. Well, I can tell stories on you. Ran into him in Cancun one time. Wow, that was wild. Hadn't seen Louis in years, and I'm at a resort down there. And I hear somebody go, Tom Backus. Look over, and there's Louis Polvino. So, you never know. Hey, guys, cheers. Here's to a safe week. Be good to your neighbors. Be good to the elderly, and be good to strangers. We have enough jerks in the world. We don't need another one. So be kind. I love all of you guys. I hope I get to see you in person soon. Cheers, everybody. Happy Tuesday. That's trucker style.